warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope you have a great day today. And in this video, me and my friend will present about our management in our company. So let me introduce you about our company. Our company name is I Futsal Centre. We provide and service to rent and play futsal in our own court. So how our company is born? Our company background started when our head manager was a national futsal player, but due to a serious knee injury, he chose to retire after receiving a word from the doctor that said he was unable to play futsal ever again, and he feels so sad and almost give up in his life. Fortunately, he realized that he still can do something to make the young community to falling in love with futsal. So he decided to set up a futsal company. So next is our level of management. So we have applied 3 levels of management, starting with top level management, our head of manager. Middle level management is our marketing manager, and lastly is first line management that consists of court manager, head of booking unit, and kiosk manager. And of course, every manager have some skill to involve to make sure the company become more successful in the future. First thing first is our head of manager. He is the man who is responsible to make sure that the company still remain in good shape. It is very important to he to have a great communication skill to make sure all his subordinates understand the instruction he has given. Next is our marketing manager. Marketing manager is a very important position in every company. This is because marketing is the heart of business, and without marketing, company is dying. So marketing manager must have 3 main skills. First skill is as marketing manager, he or she must have a great communication skill. Other than that, she must have skill to handle multiple social media accounts. This skill is very important because as we know, the most efficient type of marketing this day is digital marketing. And lastly, marketing manager is very important to make sure he or she have a editing skill such as Photoshop and Illustrator. This is to make sure our digital platform attract more attention and look more professional. And moving on to the first line manager, court manager. As a great company, customer experience is very important for us. So the court manager comes handy. The job of court manager is to make sure our court is always in great condition. Next is booking unit manager. Before a customer want to play at our futsal center, they must make a booking to play in our court. And to make this process become more easier and more efficient, we need a manager to make sure our booking system always smooth and easy for the customer. Lastly is kiosk manager. Our mission is to make sure every customer that come to our place and play futsal having a great experience. Next is our company planning. Our mission and vision statement. Firstly is our mission. Our mission is to with all our new technology facility available, our service will be more efficient and be able to attract more customers. Second mission is we want to create our own team for the international level. And lastly, we can provide our best service to all type of customer income. And our vision is to create the best futsal service center for a better future of sport. And lastly, to build more healthier community. And lastly, the type of planning. The type of planning that we choose is operational planning. What is operational planning basically? And operational planning is a practical document which outlines the key activities and target that company will undertake during period of time, usually 1 year. How we apply this type of planning in our company is every year our leaders or our management will make a annual meeting and discuss about yearly planning.
First of all, I will be presenting about I Futsal organization structure. I Futsal organization structure use a functional structure. Functional structure divide each of its manager based on its function. I Futsal organization structure based on functional structure. I Futsal use functional structure because there are a lot of benefits and advantages such as an easy supervision and expert in job function. Okay, this is I Futsal organization structure chart. As Muhammad Alif Aikal bin Ramzi as Chief Executive Officer. And next, Emily Karina binti Muhammad Kamarul Azwe as Marketing Manager. And then for the lower level management is R. Izzati Ilma binti Syamsul Azlam as Card Manager. Muhammad Abdul Zahiri bin Awangsu alias Ashari as Head of Booking Unit. And then Nur Shwada binti Hamad as Kiosk Manager. For the first line manager or the CEO, F1 and I Futsal Chief Executive Officer is Muhammad Alif Aikal bin Ramzi. Deciding to open up F1 and I Futsal on 2019, Alif held top position in both the company's functional and customer sectors. The CEO is the leader, which is Alif for the F1 and I Futsal, responsible to create a strategic vision and mission for the organization. The CEO also responsible on making the decision for the organization. Next, the middle level management, F1 and I Futsal Marketing Manager is Emily Karina binti Muhammad Kalmarul Azwan. Marketing Manager is a very important position in every company. This is because marketing is the heart of the business, and without marketing manager, an organization will be closed. Next, for the lower level of management, F1 and I Futsal have Card Manager, a Head of Booking Department, and Kiosk Manager. And then, the locus of decision making. Decision making is the method by which managers recognize, solve, and capitalize on challenges and opportunities. F1 and I Futsal already prepared program and non-program decision making, which are the two types of decision making because to prepare for usual and unpredictable threat. Firstly, program decision making are regarding with relatively easy problem, which is usual threat. This problem can be solved easily because it is structured and repetitive. Okay, this is an example for program decision making at F1 and I Futsal. Firstly, before playing, each participant must make a reservation in advance. Next, only water is allowed in the facility. Then, no playing or warming up in the facility except on course. Then, only clean shoes are allowed in the facility to keep facility always clean. Lastly, players or customer will be fined RM 5 ringgit for each rule that the player or customers violate. And then, contrasting to program decision making, non-program decision making is not routine or usual threat, but more unpredictable problems. Unlike program decision making, the knowledge needed to solve the problem is not readily available. Thus, we must solve it ourselves. To come up with an answer to challenge, you will need a high level of executive judgment as well as a lot of thought and conversation. COVID outbreak is an example for an unusual threat that occurs, and F4 and I Futsal has taken some precaution and actions for handling this threat.
I'm going to present about leadership and motivation. So firstly, motivation. So our company have choose Maslow hierarchy of needs as for the theory. So basically, this type of motivation have 5 fundamentals of needs, which is psychological needs, security needs, social needs, and esteem of needs, and the last one is self-actualization. So firstly, psychological needs. Example is food, water, and others. To fulfill these needs, our company have provided pantry facility to the employer so the employer can have their nutrition, and in this way they can fulfill these needs. For the second one is security needs, like emotional security, financial security, or freedom from fear. So to fulfill these needs, our company have hired a security guard to make sure that our employee always safe from unexpected danger. For the third one is social needs, which is love and belongingness. To make sure that all of our employees fulfill this kind of needs, we will make sure that all of our workers, all of our employees, no matter what of their position, they must be friendly toward each other. And of course, we also hold a family day so that their relationship between their family is close. Okay, and for the next one is esteem needs. This kind of need is basically a personal feeling of achievement. So to make sure that all of our workers fulfill these needs, we will give them some reward or a bonus based on their potential. Okay, as for the last one is self-actualization. As for these needs, is requiring for self-fulfillment. So our leader will make the employer realize their own potential, okay, by giving them challenging tasks. Okay, the next one is leadership. As for leadership, our company use path goal theory. Okay, basically path goal theory have four steps, which is directive. The second one is supportive behavior. And the third one is participate behavior. And the last one is achievement behavior. So basically, the first one is directive. Our leader will direct and tell the new employer what to do and how to do it. This is because they don't know what to do. For the second one is supportive behavior. For example, our leader will try to be friendly to all of the employee, okay? Because at this stage, the employer already know what to do, but they want some intention from the leader. Okay, the third one is participate behavior. Our leader will give a chance to the employer to participate in the meeting, and they will give the employer an opportunity to give some idea or suggestion to improve the business. As for the last one, we have achievement behavior. Okay, our leader, Muhammad Aikal, will give a challenging task so that the employee can build a high confidence. And to do this type of leadership, our leader put a high trust on his employees.
So next, we are going to discuss about controlling. So controlling is considered as the last primary step in the management of A4&I. We believe that controlling is the methodical procedure through which our managers are responsible to regulate each of the organizational activities in order to ensure that they are compatible with our plan's expectations. There are 4 fundamental steps in this process. So the first step for controlling process is establishing performance standards. I Futsal Centre has set some standards that are parallel with our vision in order to ensure it operates and runs smoothly, thus accomplishing our goals. The first one is professionalism. This standard is established in order to give clear sight about an employee must act within the workplace. The second one is safety standard. Under this standard, a few things are highlighted. First, physical supervision on court condition must be done once a week. Second, safety kit must be provided at each court. Third, stockings and shoes are provided for rent. Fourth, each court site is covered with nets. Measuring our business performance is important once we have done setting the standards. Business performance is measured by metrics such as requests for additional hours of service from clients. Therefore, client satisfaction is measured to know whether they are enjoying our service or otherwise. We measure the performance through managers' personal observation, oral reports, and written reports from customers, and it is done once a month. Next, the actual business performance is being compared with standards established by the line of management. Our managers frequently base their comparisons on data from reports that compare plan and actual performance. Both overvariance and undervariance require managerial attention as it is considered as unacceptable deviations. Last step in this process is responding to deviations. It is clear to us that if the performance falls within an acceptable limit of standard, no corrective actions will be taken. Otherwise happen if the deviation is unacceptable. Corrective action must be taken and necessary as it can affect our business future operation. In this case, managers can choose whether to correct actual performance or revise the standard as it is unrealistic.
So now I would talk about quality. Quality management is to add all activities and performance of a services in order to maintain a particular standard of perfection. Other than that, this quality also referred as total quality management. Total quality management is the process of detecting and decreasing or eliminating production defects, optimizing supply chain in management, improving customers' experience, and ensuring that employees are properly trained. Then, total quality management also can be defined as the management that will aim for achieving the delivery of quality products and services to the customers. Besides, there were 2 tools of quality management, which is fishbone and benchmarking. Next, for our business, we use fishbone. Fishbone diagram is a cause and effect that discovery that assists to determine the causes of problems, inconsistencies and failures in the company within the process. In the fishbone diagram, why our business get less customers because in terms of place, food support, employees and equipment. First, place. In this part, we can see that actually our place was not in the right place. It's a place like a suburb place. It will affect because we didn't get many customers at that area. Second, futsal court. We have problems of doors and fences which are quite rotten because our futsal court is not yet ready. Third, employees. Our employees didn't give a good services when customers want to make a reservations or payment. For the last one, equipment problem. It can relate by the equipment with insufficient ball line, the goal post was tight, and the net was full. That's all from us. Thank you.